What's up? NFL Week 14. Here we go. Right now, I'm watching Philadelphia and the Giants. Philadelphia sucks, man. That's a fluky 1 year wonder. And Nick Foles aside, their defense is soft. You let Eli Manning, who's been taking a nap for like 10 weeks, come out and they sparking. So I wouldn't even be surprised. Dallas going to get that division by default. And speaking of them whack Cowboys, I watched that game Thursday, and they had Mitch Trubisky looking like Steve Young out there dancing all on them and clowning them. The NFC East is horrible. I mean, why does anybody even have to come out of that whack division? It's embarrassing. Dallas then quit on Jason Garrett, that Prescott, his stat pattern. Ezekiel is running, but they stop him. And um, just looking at what they're doing, they're just not happening. Um, Everybody trying to get a contract, trying to get a bag. Then Amari Cooper, he's stat padding. They're not doing nothing. Jason Witten should stay retired. Their defense is lame juice, whack. Elsewhere, New England against Kansas City, they got robbed out of 2 scores, but Kansas City should have spanked they behind. They were up 23-7, and Andy Reid almost about nearly gave them the game. Think they'll play again, but Brady's looking older, but they ain't them receivers. Even Julian Edelman, they just not bringing it. They don't have no run. They have nothing there. And Gronk, who knew Gronk was going to be this mess? They went from starting to see when Antonio Brown like they're going to be fire to just a cold front. They still got that defense, and they still, they don't count them out, but they looking real vulnerable. Real vulnerable. My Bills, they lost to Baltimore. Played Lamar Jackson really well because you got speed on the outs. But I told you before, Josh Allen is lame juice. We had a second tier quarterback right now, Teddy Bridgewater, somebody. We could be running things. Lamar's balling, and I like the white glove and the white sleeve, the little Michael Jackson. He wanted to let Tim Racist Ryan and Frisco know, hey, can you see me today? Can you see this? I like the white outfit, the white glove and the sleeve. Baltimore is the team to beat in the AFC. Lamar is just balling. They got it. They as long as they don't step on their own toes, I wouldn't be surprised if they play Kansas City in the AFC Championship game, and that's gonna be I really believe that the Mahomes, uh, Lamar Jackson is the new Peyton Manning, Tom Brady era. I do, black style, and with some real flair. It's gonna be some real battles. I can see that coming. Uh, Elsewhere, looking around, Minnesota beat up Detroit, but Minnesota been caking off of whack teams. Kirk Cousins, they've been doing, but the Rams spanked Seattle. I'm gonna tell you something. If you took Russell Wilson off the Seahawks, they beat Miami. Their defense is overrated. Not enough talent. Not much depth. Ty Gurley was balling. Might a little bit too late for the Rams. We'll see. Frisco beat New Orleans game of the year. Jimmy G. I'm gonna tell you something. Ever since they got exposed being a little tender-footed against Seattle, their offense done woke up. They're balling. Could be the best team out there in the NFC. Could be. And I got a feeling I could see these two again. Frisco is something else. That they could do it. That they got a good chance. Um, Elsewhere, let me think really hard. Houston, head scratching, acting bipolar. Got the brakes in the door now. It's beat off them by Denver. I mean, come on, you beat New England and you come back like this. No wonder no one trusts Bill O'Brien. I like Deshaun Watson, but man, they played like they had a hangover. I don't know what they were doing. Oakland got the doorknobs beat off them by Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill's having a comeback of comebacks, but the Raiders been overrated and overstated. Chargers won a meaningless game against Jacksonville. Kind of be expected. Cleveland beat Cincinnati. Word is Odell wants out of Cleveland. Who's surprising? And Baker Mayfield talked too much. Put the equipment team under the bus. You need to chill. Um, Pittsburgh beat Arizona, and when my Bills play Pittsburgh, that's going to be a heck of a game. Mike Tomlin should seriously get strong consideration for Coach of the Year. He didn't play with the fourth tier quarterbacks, the ball boy, the beer man. That man can coach. Don't act like he can't coach. Mike Tomlin's the truth. Green Bay, just like Minnesota, beat Washington, and you beat up on beer can teams and these stockpiling wins. But let me see you against a legit team. I'm not buying it, but it's cute for your Rucker. It's cute. That's all I can say about it. Just a cute win. Um, Carolina lost, got smashed by Atlanta. Not surprised. And I don't know what to expect with Cam Newton there. I think his days are done there, but it's going to be interesting. But Carolina, they stuck with that quarterback, and he's gotten exposed already. Tampa Bay beat Indianapolis. The Colts were kind of disappointed. They didn't finish like I thought, just missing something. And if Jameson Winston ain't one of the most hardest head scratching quarterbacks I've ever seen. He can throw 3 touchdowns. He can throw 3 picks. He's like, you just don't know where the deuces are with him. He's wild. But he is the kind of wild card that he got something. He just has to hone it in and get it smoothed out. There's something there. But who will be the willing to go along with it? Because he's pretty wild with it. Looking around the NFL, it's been pretty wild and woolly. It's been a strange season, a lot of ups and downs. There's gonna be some big games. There's gonna be some moving and some shaking. We'll see how things play out. I don't see a lot of things necessarily changing per se, but right now, Baltimore, Kansas City look like they could be in a showdown in the AFC unless New England can find a way to get it going on offense. But right now, Baltimore, Kansas City like it's a showdown. And in the NFC, Frisco, maybe New Orleans by default, but I haven't been sold on New Orleans since Drew Brees been back. And it's no diss, Brees was one of the best ever, but Teddy Bridgewater had them stable. I just can't put my finger on it, but their defense is erratic and they soft, and they just are missing that. They just are not really where you think a team that got robbed from a year ago should be. Frisco looking like they could be getting hungry, so we'll see. But anyway, regardless of what happens tonight, Philadelphia nor Dallas deserves to come out the NFC. Both of them suck. It's too bad Washington, because they want such garbage. Somebody has to win that lame NFC East. But anyway, that's my thoughts and takes about NFL Week 14. Give me your thoughts, your takes. Let's do some chop it up. Have a good one. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and the bell rings in the video. Peace.